Firstness, today's Her Grace Savitri Mataji is giving class. We welcome everyone in the Caitanya Caritamrta class. Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya, Lila. Mataji, please take over the call, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to read from Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 24. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Saptakanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Tatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaye Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Madhya Lila, chapter 24, the 61 explanations of the Atmarama verse, starting from text number 165. Atma Shabde Monokahe Mone Jairami Sadhu Sange Seo Bhaje Shri Krishna Charane. Translation. The word Atma sometimes means the mind. In this case, the word Atmarama means a person who is satisfied by mental speculation. When such a person associates with a pure devotee, he takes to devotional service at the lotus feet of Krishna. As we are hearing, the explanations of Atmarama verse by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is getting more and more interesting, isn't it? So many ways to understand this verse from so many perspectives, right? So we heard already like 13 explanations of this verse, Atmaram total, and now from 165 to 220 verses, the more explanation of Atmarama verse by considering the various meanings of the word Atma. Now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking more about Atma. And before we heard about the 6 more, means total 13 kind, explanations of Atmanam verse, worshippers of the Super Soul, Antaryami Upasakas. And we understood those 13 13 kinds of yogis, they all attain what? Shanta. These 13 types of yogis and munis are called Shanta Bhaktas, for they render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the neutral stage. That was the previous verse. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and they go to Parabyom, Vaikuntha planets, because they have slight awakened spiritual attachment. So they go to the Vaikuntha planets, where they worship Lord Narayana. But now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking more types of Atmaramis. They start to worship Shri Krishna Charan. They worship the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So now we are going to hear very wonderful, interesting explanations from 165 to 220 by considering the various meanings of the word Atma. Atma. This we should remember, this verse is really, really very important for us. Atma Ramascha Munaya. We may think that yes, we are not understanding everything. Yes, it is not possible for us to understand everything in one reading. But as we become more and more familiar of the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and read more times the Chaitanya Caritamrta and become more and more purified by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then more we realize this verse, the explanations given by Mahaprabhu. Very interesting. And we must try to understand the points of Mahaprabhu. So here in this particular verse 165, Mahaprabhu is speaking, Atma Shabde Monokaho. Mone Jai Rami means, Mone Jai Rami means within the mind. The word Atma sometimes means the mind. In this case, the word Atmarama means the person who is satisfied by the mental speculation, means you can say they are monorama. They Mone Je Rame, monorama. Atmarama means Atma Je Rame, means they take pleasure in the Atma, Atmarama, and monorama they take pleasure in the mon. But ultimately, mon means, mind means the heart. Ultimately, Manmana Bhava. Make me your heart. Manmana Bhava. Machitta Satatam Bhava. In Gita, Krishna said, right? Manmana Bhava. Mayeva Mana Adatsva. Mayi Buddhim Niveshaya. Mayi Arpita Mano Buddhi. Make me your heart. So, ultimately, Atma Rama, although another meaning is monorama, who takes pleasure within the mind, means within the heart. How? That is the next verse. Because in the heart, Krishna lives as Paramatma. So one type of yogi, they are called monorama. They take deep pleasure by deep contemplation within the heart. They're focusing their minds only on the super soul, Antaryami. And Antaryami, or super soul feature of Krishna, is very subtle and very hard to concentrate. So a true yogi who is monorama, he can achieve. So he is satisfied by mental speculation, because by the next verse it will be clear. It will be explained nicely. What is the meaning of monorama? What do they think in the mind? Means in the heart. Although we think mind is in the head, actually mind is in the heart. Mama mono mandire rahuni shiri Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mamona Mandire. Mana Mandir means temple of my heart. So when such a person associates with the pure devotee, he takes to devotional service at the lotus feet of Krishna. So by the mercy of a devotee of Krishna, we get the devotion to Krishna. So already they are above than the gross materialists. So there's a good chance to become a devotee of Krishna by the mercy of a pure devotee. If such a person associates with a pure devotee, sadhu sange seva bhaje, Shri Krishna charane. Ultimately, we are hearing one point again and again. Ultimately, we have to come to the platform of devotion to Krishna through so many ways. But in our case, we are so fortunate. Very directly we came to that platform. Directly we were introduced to Krishna worship, right? Chant Hare Krishna and honor Krishna Prasadam. Come to the temple and join us in Aarti, in so many festivals. So in our case, really it was direct by the mercy of one foremost devotee, that is Srila Prabhupada. And of course, so many devotees help are there in our lives. But foremost is Srila Prabhupada. So Monarama, they're deeply thinking or contemplating, focusing their mind on the super soul. That's the point we are now going to understand in 166 text. Udaram upasate ya rishi bhatmasu kurpadrisha parisara paddatim hidayam arunayo daharam tata udagad ananta tava dhamo shira paramam punar iha yat sametya na patanti kritanta mukhe. Word for word. Udaram, the abdomen, upasate, worship, ye, those who, rishi but masu, on the path marked out by the great saintly persons, purpadrisha, whose vision is grossly situated in the bodily conception of life. Parisara paddatim, from which the system of the arteries comes. Hridayam, the heart. Arunaya, saintly persons headed by Aruna Rishi. Daharam, the sky within the heart. The subtle conception of the super soul within the heart. Tata, from that, Udagat, went up. Ananta, O unlimited one. Tava, your Dhamma, place. Shira, the top of the head. Paramam, supreme. Puna, again. Iha, in this material world. Yat, which Samitya, having achieved not patanti, fall down, krita anta mukhe, in the repetition of birth and death. Translation. Those who follow the path of great saintly mystic yogis take to the yogic gymnastic process and begin worshipping from the abdomen, where it is said that Brahman is located. Such people are called Sarkaraksha, which means that they are situated in the gross bodily conception. There are also followers of the Rishi known as Aruna. Following his path, they observe the activities of the arteries. Thus they gradually rise to the heart, where subtle Brahman, Paramatma, is situated. They then worshipped him. O unlimited Ananta, better than these persons are the mystic yogis who worship you from the top of their heads, beginning with the abdomen and proceeding through the heart. They reach the top of the head and pass through the Brahma Randra, the hole at the top of the skull. Thus these yogis attain the perfection of platform and do not enter the cycle of birth and death again. So this is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 10 Canto 87 chapter 18 verse. So I have decided to read from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'm reading the purport given in the Srimad Bhagavatam about this verse. Purport. Here the Shrutis who teach meditational yoga glorify the personality of Godhead. The various processes of yoga are for the most part gradual and full of opportunities for distraction. Authentic methods of yoga, nonetheless, all aim at meditation on the Supersoul Paramatma, whose primary residence is in the region of the heart, alongside the Jiva soul. This manifestation of Paramatma in the heart is very subtle and difficult to perceive, the haram, and thus only advanced yogis can realize him there. Neophyte meditators often practice focusing on the Supersoul's secondary presence in one of the lower centers of vital energy, such as the Muladhara Chakra at the base of the spine, the Swadhisthana Chakra in the area of the navel, or the Manipura Chakra in the abdomen. Lord Krishna refers to his expansion as Paramatma in the abdominal chakra as follows. Aham Vaishvanara Bhutva Praninam Dehamashthita Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kinds of food. 15:14 Bhagavad Gita. Lord Vaishvanara presides over digestion, and the general bestowed the capacity of mobility on animals, humans, and demigods. In the judgment of the Shruti speaking this verse, those who limit their meditation to this form of the Lord are less intelligent. Purpa Drisha, meaning literally having eyes clouded by dust. The superior yogis, known as Arunis, on the other hand, worship the Super Soul in his form as the indwelling companion of the Jiva in the heart. The Lord who endows his dependent with the power of knowledge and inspires him with all varieties of practical intelligence. And just as the physical heart is the center of blood circulation, so the subtle heart chakra is the crossroads of numerous channels of prana called nadis, which extend outward through all parts of the body. When these passageways have been sufficiently purified, the Aruni yogis can leave the heart region and go upward to the chakra at the roof of the brain. Yogis who leave their bodies through this chakra, the Brahmarandra, go directly to the kingdom of God, from which they need never return to be reborn. Thus, even the unsure process of meditational yoga can bear the fruit of pure devotion if it is followed perfectly. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur cites several Shruti mantras that echo the words of this verse. Udaram Brahmeti Sakaraksha Upasate Hridayam Brahmeti Arunayo Brahma Aivaita Ito Urdvam Tva Eva Darsha The Eva Sarpat Tachitro Ashrayate. Those whose vision is clouded identify Brahman with the abdomen, while the Arunis worship Brahman in the heart. One who is truly Brahman realized travel upward from the heart to take shelter of the Lord, who is manifested at the top of the head. Shatam chaika cha hridayassa naryas tasam murdhanam avinishtaika tayordhvam ayam amritatvam yeti vishvan anya utkramane bhavanti. There are 101 subtle pranic channels emanating from the heart. One of these, the Sushumna, extends to the top of the head. By passing up through this channel, one transcends death. The other channels lead to all directions, to various kinds of rebirth. Chandogya Upanishad 8.6.6. The Upanishads refer repeatedly to the indwelling Paramatma. Sri Shvetashvatara Upanishad 3.12.13 describes him as follows: Mahan Prabhur Vai Purusha Sattva Svaisha Pravartaka Su Nirmalam Imam Praktim Ishano Jyotir Avaya Angushta Matra Purusha Antar Atma Sada Jnanam Vidyate Na Hidaye Sannivishta Hida Manasha Vikalpito Manasa Vikalpito Ya Yetat Vidur Amritaste Bhavanti. The Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes the Purusha to initiate the expansion of his cosmos. The Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes the Purusha to initiate the expansion of this cosmos. He is the perfectly pure goal that yogis strive to reach, the effulgent and infallible ultimate controller, measuring the size of a thumb. The Purusha is always present as the super soul within the heart of all living beings. By exercising proper intelligence, one can realize him within the heart. Those who learn the method will gain immortality. In conclusion, Srila Sridhar Swami prays, Udaradishu ya pumsam chintita muni vatmavihi anti mrittu bhayam deva idgatam tam upasmahi. Let us worship the Supreme Lord who resides in the heart. When mortal beings think of him by the standard procedure established by great sages, meditating upon him in his expansions in the abdomen and other regions of the body, the Lord reciprocates by destroying all fear of death. Actually, this verse is very full of information, and we are understanding so many things about the body, physical body, right? The construction of the physical body. So many subtle things are there in the body. Anyway, we are talking about the Monarama. Monarama, their mind is focused. For what? Actually, their mind is focused in the heart. Heart on what? On super soul. On super soul. So there are so many different types of yogis, but one should understand the standard definition of yogi. What is the standard definition of yogi? As we know from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, right? Chapter 6, text number 4, right? Yada hi nendriyartheshu na karmashu anusajjate Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi Yoga Rudhastadochyate. This is a standard verse for a yogi. What is that? Means definition. A person is said to be elevated in yoga when, having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. So he is very elevated, and he is in the yoga process, means he is elevated in yoga. First thing is first, no material desires and no engagement in self gratification. Right? So that makes him fit for practicing yoga. Not the modern days yogas, right? Yoga studios, they do not say this, right? The standard of becoming a yogi. What is the standard practice of yoga? First thing is first. Shouldn't have material desires, so we must understand our identity, and then no engagement in sense gratification. From that platform, it is easy to practice yoga process. So in this verse, Mahaprabhu quoted, or Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quoted this verse for the reference, right? That Atma Shabde Kahe Mon. Sometimes Atma means the mind, refers to the mind. Ultimately, Atma means the spiritual body, spiritual person, right? Individual spiritual person, right? And that spiritual person has his spiritual identification in relation to Krishna, Jive Swarupaya Krishna Nityadas. But still, many yogis, they are progressing towards that goal of understanding the spiritual identity of the self, right? So this verse says that they focus their minds into the heart. Why? Because they contemplate on the Antaryami, indwelling Lord, indwelling monitor, indwelling super soul. And this super soul is very subtle. So that's the point. Yeah? Authentic methods of yoga nonetheless all aim at meditation on the super soul, whose primary residence is in the region of the heart. This heart is known as man. It is not mind. Of course it is mind, but mind means it is not in the brain. It is in the heart, or it is the heart. Alongside the Jiva soul, this manifestation of Paramatma in the heart is very subtle and difficult to perceive. So, and thus only advanced yogis can realize in there. So, what is there for us, common people? It's Krishna meditation. Very wonderful and very easily can be done. You come to the temple, see the beautiful form of Krishna. And the same Krishna is within the heart as Paramatma. Easily we can meditate on that. Same Krishna is the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Same Krishna is everywhere. It's so wonderful. Very wonderfully you can achieve that highest meditational perfection. But this way is difficult. And another point is that about the abdomen, means some neophyte, they meditate on the abdomen. Why? In the abdomen, the Paramatma's expansion, because we know we simply eat, right, our eatables, but we do not know how the food is being digested, and food is being transformed into blood and supplies the energy all over the body. This whole process we do not know how it is being done, because Krishna as Paramatma expands in the abdomen, and he actually presides over the digestion. If Krishna is not helping in digestion, we cannot digest. That's the point we learned right in 15th chapter, text number 14. So in any way we cannot have any false ego or puffed up ego that I am the doer. We eat and we go to sleep. Then what happens? We don't know inside. So Krishna said in the Gita, I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of the living entities. I join the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the 4 kinds of food. That's why it is important not to eat the whole, by filling the whole stomach. We should keep 1/4 of space in the stomach for moving the air. So Krishna can do the digestion, means help in the digestion. Krishna does, but we must follow his instruction. So Lord Vaishvanara presides over digestion and in general bestows the capacity of mobility on animals, humans, demigods, right? Another point is, actually this point was spoken by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that those whose vision is clouded identify Brahman with the abdomen, while the Arunis worship Brahman in the heart. One who is truly Brahman realized travels upward from the heart to take shelter of the Lord, who is manifested at the top of the head. Many yogis, Ashtanga yogis, they are following this path. As we know from the chapter 8, that there are so many rules and regulations for the yogis to achieve the perfection, and they are doing on their own, means on their own strength and ability they reach the spiritual world. But in the case of devotees, they're totally, completely dependent on Krishna, so they don't have any worry. They know Krishna will do the best for us. We simply depend on Krishna, just like we depend on the digestion of food. Krishna helps. So in every respect, Krishna helps. The devotees recognize this principle, that we depend on food, we depend on air, everything, water, everything is being supplied by Krishna. Ultimately, you're all dependent on Krishna, Krishna's will. So they are so intelligent, the devotees are so intelligent. They simply depend on Krishna and remain engaged in loving devotional service. So they're the most intelligent persons. They do not rely on their own strength, but the yogis, they rely on their own strength. Those things are also written in the Vedas, because not everyone will follow the pure Krishna conscious process. So that's the point. And many chakras are there. They try to uplift or elevate the soul from down to up, and to the Brahmarandra they escape. For the devotees, it doesn't matter anyway. Krishna takes personal care or charge for devotees. This is the best way. But anyway, the point was made that the Monaramis, they are focused on Paramatma feature within the heart. And ultimately, when they come in contact with the pure devotees of Krishna, who are worshipping Krishna with pure heart and pure mind and pure intention, only for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, when they come in contact with that person, then they accept the devotional process. That is easy for them to accept, because from the gross materialists who are totally engrossed in the bodily conception of life, that is very difficult, because they're very tightly bound within the clutches of Maya, right? Means when one thinks only about me and my situation, he is conditioned, isn't it? His mind is in the center of his life. When mind is in the center of our existence, then you are bound completely. When the soul is in the center, then you are liberated. Atma. You are Atma. And when Krishna is in the center, then you are a pure devotee, because all your mental thoughts, all your deeds, all your speech, everything is meant for pleasure, for the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna is in the center. Krishna is the prime person. First Krishna, then me, then situation. For the pure devotees, Krishna is the first person to begin with. And who are liberated souls like yogis, Atma is the first thing. Atma, then situation. They have no connection now with Krishna full-fledged. Although they are on the spiritual path, they are also liberated, but not completely perfected beings yet. As we understood the 13 explanations of Atmaramas, right? Atmarami yogis, they end up or they go to Vaikuntha because they achieve Shantarasa. Because slight awakening of love for Krishna, you may say. Shantarasa means complete awareness of presence of Krishna. Shanta. And no material desire, no sense gratification. This is the basic thing, right? That is the platform, the foundation of any yoga. That is the foundation. No material desire, no sense gratification. So then it is easy to come to the soul platform, right? Soul platform means liberated soul. So from liberated stage, it is very easy to go up to the next higher stage. That is Parabrahma worship stage, Krishna worship stage. To become pure devotee of Krishna, it is easier from platform of Atma. But from the platform of gross material conception is very difficult. I am the body only. Nothing is beyond. See, when our sense of servitorship to Krishna is awakened, then that is the awakening of spiritual body. Right? Awakening of the spiritual body means awakening of the sense of being servant of Krishna. It is predominating. It cannot be covered anymore. You cannot forget, because that sense is awakened, fully blossomed, fully bloomed or fully grown. That is the meaning of developing your spiritual body. The more it develops, more the spiritual body is developed, more this sense of being servant of Krishna more become predominant. When I'm Atma, this sense is predominant, that is liberated soul. That means liberation, the platform of liberation. When I am the body, I'm Indian, American, black, white, I'm engineer, I'm doctor, I'm rich and poor, I'm happy, I'm sad. This is known as gross materialistic platform. This is predominating, means when this sense is predominating, that means I am tightly bound in this material existence. So these are the different stages of existence. Ultimately, we have to come to that ultimate platform, the soul's natural existence, state of existence, as the subservient servant of Krishna. You are feminine. Krishna is the only masculine. Feminine means when one's all actions, thoughts, deeds, everything is only for the pleasure of the masculine, Krishna. In the spiritual world, it is so easy. One Purusha, all are feminine. In the material world, is so complicated. Everyone is practically Purusha Bhava. Here the women are also not submissive. That submissive attitude is not there. Rather, the spirit of enjoyment is there, right? Enjoying spirit, Purusha Bhava. So the more the spiritual body is awakened, the more the sense of servitorship of Krishna, submissiveness to Krishna awakens. Or when the sense of submissiveness to Krishna awakens, spiritual body awakens. Yeah? Once it is on that process, the knowledge becomes more and more expanded, or becomes strong. Result of knowledge is to become more devotional. The knowledge we are getting from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should make us more devotional, submissive to Lord Krishna, accept Him wholeheartedly, and what is the love? Love means the predominating sense of being Krishna's servant and engaging in His pleasure only. There's no other motive in the life. When we are situated in the mental body, that means subtle body, that means we consider karma. Oh, it is my karma, it is my bad karma, it is my good karma. But when you are situated in the true identity of your Swarup, there is no such thing like karma. In the spiritual body, there is no karma. Then how do we see the bad things, the difficulties in our life? We see everything in connection with Krishna. A pure devotee always sees everything in connection with Krishna. Yes, previously whatever activities I have done, those activities were not meant for pleasing Krishna. I did not do anything to please Krishna, or I didn't do my good job to please Krishna. That's why the difficulties are there. Or I did, everything for pleasure of the Lord. So Atma is so satisfied. Yayatmasu prasidati. Savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhakti radokshate. Ahaitukiya pratihata yayatmasu prasidati. When we do everything 100% only for the pleasure of the Lord, Krishna, Supreme, that makes our soul so satisfied, happy. Complete suprasidati, complete happiness. So the devotees are now learning, we are now learning to see everything in relation to Krishna. Forgetfulness of our servitorship, puts us into this material existence, suffering. So again, when we remember my servitorship, my role of servitorship, then we get out of these miseries and we achieve our true glories. So that's the point. Gradually we are going to understand about the Atma and relation to Krishna. Remember, we have eternal intimate relationship with Krishna. Why? Because we are of the same quality, right? We are qualitatively one. So therefore, we have very intimate, sweet relationship. And now we are trying to achieve that closeness again with Krishna, from being totally bound to becoming pure devotees of Krishna. So next verse, 167. Eho Krishna guna Krishna mahamuni huya, ahoituki bhakti kare nigramta huya. Being attracted by the transcendental qualities of Krishna, such yogis become great saints. At the time, not being hampered by the yogic process, they engage in unalloyed devotional service. So Mahaprabhu is speaking. Ultimately, he is speaking all the time. They take up Krishna Bhakti, right? So Monorami means this kind of Atmarami, whose minds are focused on the Paramatma feature of Krishna. This Paramatma feature is very subtle and very difficult to perceive. But when they come in contact with the pure devotees of Krishna, immediately they take up the pure devotional process. What is that? What is that pure devotional process? Hearing, chanting, remembering. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atmanivedanam. They take up that process with great zeal, enthusiasm, great determination and patience. Because they are already accustomed to the yogic process, so they take up now pure process. To achieve perfection, we must be very, determined person, right? With great determination, great enthusiasm, and great patience. Patience is required to become a mature, advanced pure devotee. Just like a green mango takes the time to become a right, sweet, ripe and soft, fragrant mango, isn't it? If the mango remains in the tree, that means if one remains in the process, engaged in the process, and go on doing the devotional service with full faith, conviction, and enthusiasm, eventually that person comes to the original platform, that is Jiver Swarupahai Krishnero Nityodash, Krishner Tatostha Shukti Bhedabhed Prakash. So Mahaprabhu is making point being attracted, because that is easier for them, because they are already in the liberated person platform. Yogis, right? Because they are not having material desires, and they are not engaged in sense gratification. So therefore, from that platform, it is very easy to become attracted by the transcendental qualities of Krishna. Because many times we ask the question, why I'm doing everything so right, still I'm not that much enthusiastic or attracted to Krishna. As if I'm forcing myself all the time. For chanting, I'm forcing. For doing service, I'm forcing, or everything is mechanical. No taste, no pleasure, just doing what to do, because I've joined ISKCON, what to do? No. Because the point is, we are still inclined for self-enjoyment. We are still having the spirit of sense enjoyment. We have the mature desires. That is the biggest impediment for progressing in spiritual life. So, Mahaprabhu speaking, after coming in contact with a pure devotee of Krishna, the person becomes attracted by the transcendental qualities. They hear Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Then they become attracted. And such yogis become great saints. Mahamuni, great saintly person. Means we are all originally very saintly, being part and parcel of Krishna. So they get back to their original identity. Their spiritual body is fully formed. Everything starts from inside to outside. So it's not from outside to inside, it's from inside to outside. Inside is totally purified, then outside is also purified, right? At the time, not being hampered by the yogic process. Means nothing can cause any disturbance in that time. But the spiritual body is totally formed or developed strong, then nothing can hamper. But the yogic process means, the process they have learned before, the previous verse. Many things are there I'm not discussing in the previous verse, the purport. I'm requesting everyone to read that from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's wonderful purport. Many things to learn. So they are not disturbed by that. It means they have attained the higher taste. Atma is now connected with Krishna. What can be more sweeter than this? What can be more attractive than this, or comforting than this? What could be more pleasing than this? When Atma is totally connected with Krishna, when there is no peace in the heart, try to understand the connection is not there. The Atma is not connected with Krishna. Therefore, we experience so many things: mental disturbances, sadness, depression, distraction, discomfort, discouragement. Many things we experience. Disappointment, right? So many things we experience. Negative things. But when the soul is totally connected with Krishna, what could be more sweeter than this? Nothing can deviate a yogi's mind or heart from Krishna. Nothing. Then chanting would be sweeter, hearing would be sweeter, remembering would be sweet, everything will be sweet, sweet, sweet. Adharam madhuram. Gamanam madhuram, everything is madhuram. Vachanam madhuram, the hasitam madhuram. Everything is madhuram about Krishna. Madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram. Indeed, madhuram. We must experience that. We may memorize this beautiful song. It's good, very good. It's better when we experience ourselves. This madhu, madhurati madhu. We already heard from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami the description of Krishna's transcendental qualities and transcendental form. Madhurati madhu. Sweeter than sweet, sweeter than sweet. Means sweet to the infinite. He is so sweet, infinitely sweet. Nothing can supersede the sweetness of Krishna. In Vaikuntha, devotees are worshipping Krishna in awe and reverence. The degree of awe and reverence is so much that other rasas cannot wait up. But in Golaka, the other rasas are full-fledged, developed. In the Golokas, devotees worship Krishna with love. That's it, love and affection. Love and affection, the closeness with Krishna is so much. Intimacy is so much that they forget that Krishna is God. So, when a yogi's heart or soul is connected with Krishna totally, nothing can hamper. And he is engaged in unalloyed devotional service, means pure. Pure devotional service means only for the pleasure of Krishna. Nothing is consideration. Nothing. There's nothing to consider. Only one consideration. Is my action will please Krishna or not? Is my speech or talking will please Krishna or not? Is my thoughts are going will be pleasing to Krishna or not? Is my action pleasing to Krishna or not? Whether my actions, my thoughts, my deeds will be pleasing to Krishna or not? Only one consideration. Because he is masculine, we are feminine. That is the real character of feminine. We are energy. Krishna is energetic. Krishna is Purusha. We are Prakriti. Krishna is Bhokta. We are Bhogya. We are enjoyed. Krishna is enjoyer. So this is the way we are hearing wonderful chapter, that is 24, although very technical, but then even then it is very important. And next verse I didn't touch because it's different meaning. Atma shabde jatna kahe, jatna koriya, munayo Krishna bhaje guna Krishna hiya. Here Mahaprabhu speaking, Atma also means endeavor. Being attracted by Krishna's transcendental qualities, some saints make a great endeavor to come to the point of rendering service to him. Actually, we're connected. Both are connected. Endeavor, jatna, or taking so much nice care. That is also included. Once the interest is awakened for Krishna, then endeavor will be there naturally. Naturally, there will be endeavor to please Krishna. How to please Krishna? Being attracted by Krishna's transcendental qualities, some saints make a great endeavor to come to the point of rendering devotional service. Means the quality of service changes. How to please Krishna? See, the first thing is to engage ourselves in the devotional service. Fine. What is the next stage? Next stage is to improve the quality of our service, isn't it? Improve the quality. Next stage is to consider the qualities. What kind of qualities of my service? What should be the standard of my service? For example, the Kartik month is going on. This month is not meant for, too many things at a time. This month is meant for to go deep into the qualities of the devotional service we render. If I'm hearing Bhagavad Katha, improve your quality of attention. Try to realize more the truth. Doing so, whatever services I'm doing, improve. I must improve my quality. What is the meaning of improving quality? Am I making this endeavor for the pleasure of Lord? Is my motive is only this or not something else? So I achieve some punya? No. My motive is, how can I please my Lord? It is a natural inherent desire for the energy, Shakti, for the Shaktiman. It's natural. And we understand Radharani is always engaged in loving devotional service to make Krishna happy in every way possible. So, yes, we are rendering service in so many ways. In Kartik month, we should increase the quality of our service. And third is, first is engagement in the service. Second is improvement of the quality of the service. Third is developing the mood of devotion. The Bhava Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Bhava Bhakti, mood. In Kartik month, it should be our goal, how to achieve the bhava bhakti, the mood of a devotion, mood of a devotion. And not for just here and there, for sometimes and not, not other times. No, should be a whole time, more and more, more and more. The developing the mood of a devotee. That should be our third stage. That will lead to our prema bhakti. The mood, the feeling, the emotion, the attitude, all should be very much rightly adjusted. That should be the goal of Kartik Brata. So practically, actually I have included 168 now. In short, I have just explained. So we have covered up to 168. And thank you so much. Thank you everyone for listening to this class. Thank you for your patience, for hearing this class. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for they were really good. It was very beautiful, and the final realization, improving quality, that was also very, very nice, very nice. Thank you Mataji. And I really like the way you were talking about these yogis, how they meditate and how Krishna is actually present as Vaishnava and
Vaishwanara.
Vaishwanara in the heart.
Agni,
Yeah. So Vaishwanara. So he's also expanding there, and how we are actually completely dependent in every aspect. So there is no need for us to, think great about ourselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Very, very nice. Amazing class. Thank you, Vaishwanara. Thank you.
Vaishwanara Agni.
Yeah. Yes. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय
कोटि कोटि प्रणाम
मधुरा रखिलम मधुरा
Yes.
How nicely you explained the class. I want to explain that Mataji, mother will take a stick in her hand and correct their kids, like to train in a kitchen or to train to clean the room, because he has to go to somebody else's house. But father is correcting them very soft way, like you.
Oh.
Very nicely that what is our mood to serve Krishna. Mataji, in this Kali Yuga, so many everyday new challenge, material challenge is there, and we become disturbed. Why? Because we are not more sincere to serve Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. How nicely you explained one by one point. Koti koti dandavat pranam Mataji. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Please give your association regularly. Pray for us that you are staying in Sita Mayapur Dham. Pray for all the Japa family Matajis that they will become a strong and serve Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev as Das.
Thank you, Mataji. Please pray for me too. This devotee Sangha is so wonderful. It's the only wealth one can have. Krishna Bhakta Sangha. Mahaprabhu already told, right? Krishna Bhakta Sangha. The Krishna Bhakta Sangha hai Janma Mool. Yeah. Bhakta Sangha, Krishna Bhakta Sangha hai Janma Mool. Means Bhakti's Janma, birth of Bhakti is possible in the association of the devotees. It's the only way, wealth we have. Thank you for your association. I'm also very fortunate to have all of your association. I value that. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Is there anything else?
Mataji, can you sing something, whatever you like to sing, Mataji?
Singing?
Please, Mataji.
Okay, little bit. Mamo mono mondire rahoni shidini Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mamo mono mondire rahoni shidini Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Tumi Niyo He Niyo Shri Nanda Nandan Tumi Niyo He Niyo Shri Nanda Nandan I'm also, lost. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Beautiful. Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Mataji, and beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful singing with so much of devotion, Mataji. Thank you.
Is there anything anymore?
That was my favorite part of the class, Mother Savitri. Thank you.
Thank you. It's all your love that you are saying. Nothing else.
No.
Nothing else. You all have very sweet hearts. That's why you are shouting, sweet love to me, on me. So, all right, dear Vaishnavis. So, we can...
Mataji, now we can end the call. Paying our attention to all the devotees.
Kalpatarubhyascha Pasinduvaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Shri Chaitamrita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada. Ananta Koti Vaishnava